Alright, so here are my patterns. Sorry if I sound a little nasally. I have tissue up both of my nostrils right now. So before I start a cosplay, I like to look through my patterns and see if I have any pieces that could work with just the elements of my outfit. With this cosplay, I didn't want to have to alter too much of anything or draft anything from scratch because I didn't have a lot of time. Here's the patterns that I have and I'll be using. So this one, I'll just be using kind of the sleeve portion, this kind of bell sleeve part. As you can see, she has kind of a bell-shaped sleeve, so I'll be using that for that. On here, I might actually use this part of the sleeve, the ruffly white part, on the bell-shaped edge of the sleeve, because it's kind of shaped like that. And I might also use these kind of big poofy peplums. I might not use these, I might actually just draft them myself, but I thought, you know, I might use those. Like, I can't breathe. And then for this one, I'm going to be using just this corset portion without the straps, and it'll have boning in it. And then I thought I could use these little sleeve ruffles as the tops of her sleeves. As you see, there's like a ruffle that stands up from that. And then everything else will just kind of just be from scratch. This lovely stack of fabric is my fabric for my cosplay. Whoops. Most of this is going to be made out of sheets. This is a sheet. All these are sheets got from the thrift store. And then this is fabric that I got from Walmart. It was $1.50 a yard. So that was really great. I also have these pieces of fabric, which are just going to be used for obviously smaller elements of the cosplay. I bought some paint, but I have mostly had paint, all the paint colors that I need, and then I have all this foam that I'll be using as well already, so I didn't have to buy that. I got this wooden dowel for this lollipop scepter, and I'm probably gonna have to get some beads and some puffy paint. And I ordered this wig in this color. And that should be coming soon. I also ordered this hoop skirt. I don't know if it'll work at all, but it was like $6, so I was like, might as well get it. I'll probably still have to put some petticoats on top of it just to get Poofikis Maximus. I got this lace that I was going to use around the border of the peplums, and there's some that goes on the border of the top of the corset. There was only one spool of this lace at Hobby Lobby, and it has 3 yards, and I need maybe 5 or 6 yards. I didn't realize that, or else I probably would have chosen a different kind of lace. So I had to go back to the store and get some different lace so I could have enough so they could be consistent. I'm using these cable ties or zip ties, whatever you want to call them. They're heavy duty. They could take up to 175 pounds. I just got the biggest size that they had at Walmart. I also have these at home improvement stores and such. But I love this for boning. It works great and it's crazy cheap compared to actual boning. Okay, so here are my corset pieces, and I am kind of deviating from the pattern. You're supposed to have just the outside fabric and the lining, and then interfacing. I don't know if it went on the outside or the lining, I don't know. But instead I have, you know, the outside fabric and the lining, which is the same fabric. And then I'm going to have this piece in the middle as the interfacing but stability kind of. So instead of using interfacing to each individual piece, I just made this piece so that all of this would be inside. You wouldn't see all of these seams and lines even from the inside, even though it doesn't really matter. And I've made like a bodice before where I put the boning on the lining, and that worked out fine too, but I just really wanted it to be super sturdy. I decided, hey, I'll crochet some lace, and then this is what I got. I was like, cool, this looks nice. And then I kind of pinned it on to the bodice and stuff, and then looked and kind of put it against my body and looked at it, and I was just like, no, I don't know, I don't like it. I think it's too bulky and soft, and I don't know, it just doesn't go with the theme that I'm trying to do here. So I decided to stop with my corset right here. And then once I get my lace, of course, I'll continue, and then I'll be able to sew the peplum. And I think right now I'm going to work on the lowest level skirt, the pink ruffly one. That'll be a breeze. Here is the ruffle 2-layer skirt, and it's lined. I put an elastic waistband in because I wanted it to be able to sit wherever I needed it to sit. But that wasn't the greatest idea because it's so much fabric, it kind of pulls it down. But I think it'll be okay. If anything, I'll just put hooks or ties and attach it to the rest of the pieces so it stays in place. For this fabric, I've bought a fitted sheet and a flat sheet. And I used the whole fitted sheet and then probably like 3/4 of the flat sheet. So this is definitely a lot of fabric, but it still feels nice. It doesn't feel too bad. It's just kind of heavy on the waistband, but it doesn't feel heavy on. So for the hem, I used a narrow rolled hem. I used my hemming foot for this. Here is the lace that I bought from Walmart, and I was avoiding buying this because I was just trying to stay within my budget, and I'm still under budget, but I like to be as far under budget as possible. Yes, so here it is before I sew it all together. Then it'll look something like that when it's done. And then here's a little space in between. There's gonna be kind of some gold beading right here. I really like how this looks. I think it looks pretty. I think it goes with the fabric, and I'm almost done with my corset. Here is the corset, and of course this pink underskirt. I know I have it really tight. I don't think I'll wear it this tight at the convention, but I just kind of put it on real quick. I'm not too thrilled about these pieces. Of course, I knew it was lace. I didn't think it was going to be like her, but they're kind of flapping around, and then I feel like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little bit of cleavage going on, and I just don't like having my cleavage out. I chose this corset specifically because it looked like I wouldn't have any cleavage out, but I might just need to wear it higher. And also, like, the back is like not cute because it's like back fat situation. So that's another thing that could probably be fixed with just wearing it much looser and maybe higher. It comes to like a point front, but I'll probably be wearing my layers on top of the corset just because it'll give everything some stability.